Hello guys, in this video I'm going to explain to you the concept of implicit differentiation and how to apply it. Usually I start the video writing the general rule, but in this one it's better if I explain it as I'm going. So what you want to do if you want to implicitly differentiate is you want to differentiate the entire term by, for example, with respect to x. So what do I mean? This is what I mean. So let's say we have a function or minus 3y cubed equals 5, right? And you want to differentiate this in terms of x. So you want to find dy dx, right? So you could, yes, technically isolate for y and then do it, or you could just do it like this. All you have to do is you have to multiply both sides by dy dx. So this is the more general way of doing it, right? I'll show you a shortcut. So now you multiply this into everything, you know, basically telling you to find the derivative of everything, right? So let's do that in terms of y, right? In terms of x. So 2x squared in terms of x is just 4x, right? Now you got a y, we want it in terms of x. So what you do is you still do it, but you just multiply it by a y prime. You see what I'm saying? Oh, my bad. This shouldn't be dy, by the way. This should be d dx, dx. Sorry about that. This should be d dx. Yeah. So now when you want to do it on the y, there's no x there, right? So what you end up getting is you get, well, you just differentiate it normally. So 9y squared. Then you multiply it by dy dx. And on the right side, that's just 0, right? Now, what you have to do is you have to isolate for dy dx. It's just algebra now. So you'd move the 4x, or you'd move the 9y squared over. So you'd be 4x is equal to 9y squared dy dx. And then so 4x over 9y squared is equal to dy dx. All right? This is one way of doing it. I don't like, to me, writing all this out is a hassle. So let's say I wanted to do it my way. It says find the derivative of 2x squared minus 3y cubed equals 5. What I'll do, I'll treat it, we'd be like, first of all, they would tell you with respect to what variable you need to take it. So let's say they say x. So I'll just take the derivative normally, and then whatever variable is not x, I'll multiply it by like a y prime, for example, right? So 4x minus, this is x, I don't need to put anything. This one, 9y squared, I'll multiply it by y prime is equal to 0. This way you don't have the fraction, which makes it messy. And then all you have to do is just isolate for y prime, right? So let's do some examples. We'll do a few. F of x is, I'm not going to do f of x thing. Let's just say y to the 3 over 2 is equal to 10xy plus y squared minus x squared. And it says with respect to x, right? Let's find that. Or it says like find y prime, for example, right? So let's do it from here. So we're going to get 3 over 2 y. So 3 over 2, which is 1.5 minus 1, negative 0.5, right? And then multiply by y prime. Now we have this, right? You would just you would apply the product rule as you normally would, except you have to multiply the y term by y prime whenever you differentiate it. So let's put the 10 outside so it's easier. Derivative of xy, product ruling it. Derivative of the first part first, so it'll be 1 times y plus derivative of y, so y prime times the derivative of actual y, which is 1, times x, minus 2y y prime minus 2x, right? Now you'd have to multiply, let's do it, why not, right? 1.5 y to the negative 0.5 times y prime minus 10 y prime x plus 2y y prime is equal to 10y minus 2x. We factor out a y prime. We get 1.5 y to the negative 0.5 minus 10x plus 2y is equal to 10y minus 2x. Isolate for y prime, right? Which is just one more step here. I'll write it down. So 10y minus 2x over 1.5 y to the negative 0.5 minus 10x plus 2y. So after that, after this step, let me highlight it for you. After from these two steps are the calculus steps. Okay, identifying what rules you need to apply and then applying it are the only two calculus steps. Everything after that is just algebra. And sometimes it will be too difficult to actually isolate for y prime because for whatever reason the function could be, it could be anything, right? And so sometimes the question might tell you to just leave it as is, just differentiate it. Let's do one more example. Or a few more actually. Keep doing f of x, I'm sorry. Let's do y times cos of y is equal to sine x squared minus xy squared. Right, okay. We need to find y prime. We need to find the derivative of this function. Right? Okay. So let's do the first part. So y, we got to do product rule here for this. So it's just going to be cos of y plus y times negative sine. So sine y, right, is equal to cos x squared times 2x minus 2xy times y plus x times y prime, right? Oh, sorry, I made a huge mistake here. This needs a y prime, and this also needs a y prime. I am sorry. This also needs y prime, right? And then you just isolate for y prime. You'd have to expand this out. You already have it. Yeah, so you'd expand this. Yeah, let me just do it. Why not, right? Y prime cos y minus y sine y times y prime plus, gotta expand this out first. So it'll be 2x y squared plus 2x squared y prime plus 2x squared. Oh, actually, this is minus, yeah, so it'd be plus 2x squared y prime is equal to cos x squared times 2x minus 2xy squared. Which one was the y prime here? 2x squared y prime. Yeah. So now you just factor out the y prime. It'd be equal to cos x squared times 2x minus 2xy squared over cos y minus y sine y y sine y 2x squared y, right? That would be it. Let's do another one. E to the xy. Yeah, that should be easy. E to the xy times ln y minus ln x plus 36. Let's make the number smaller. Why so big? For x squared. Okay. So we need to find y over prime again, right? Okay. So now you got e to the xy. All right, it's always e to the whatever times now its derivative, right? Times y plus x times y prime is equal to 1 over y times y prime minus 1 over x plus 8x, right? And then you just isolate for y prime again, same way. Now let's do it. So it'd be e to the xy times y plus e to the xy times x times y prime is equal, subtract it, minus y prime over y equals to negative 1 over x plus 8x. Okay, so that would just give you negative 1 over x plus 8x minus e to the xy times y over e to the xy times x minus 1 over y. So I just factored this out and this out, right? And I just divided. I moved this over first, though. I moved this over first. Let's do one more. This one, we'll switch it up. So let's say we want cos x minus ln x plus e to the x squared times y is equal to y cubed minus 3y. And this time we want to find x prime. We want to find it in terms of y, right? Okay, no big deal. So all you have to do is just change the variable. Now, whenever you differentiate x, you multiply it by x prime, right? So this would just be negative sine x times x prime minus 1 over x times x prime plus e to the x squared y times the derivative of x squared y, which is just going to be 2x times x prime times y plus x squared, right, is equal to 3y squared minus 3. And then you just isolate for x prime, right? We can do it actually. So we have negative sine x times x prime minus x prime times 1 over x plus e to the x squared y times 2x x prime y is equal to 3y squared minus 3 minus e to the x squared y times x squared. I just multiplied this in and moved it over. Now we just divide by we factor out x prime. So we have 3y squared minus 3 minus e to the x squared y times x squared over negative sine x minus 1 over x plus e to the x squared y times 2x y. And there you go. I hope this video helps, and I'll talk to you guys later.